Dorka, am I saying it right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, welcome. Now that you're a member of this team and you take a look around and you see some of the names that have been in this league a while, what do you feel like your role will be on with this team, and what do you need to do in order to probably maximize your first year with this team?
I mean, yeah, as you said, just being a part of this franchise is obviously an honor. I'm very blessed to be here. But, as for myself, just kind of being myself, when you come to the league, obviously, you were kind of recruited and drafted for a reason, So I want to make sure I'm staying true to myself. Obviously, improving in a lot of areas that I want to improve and kind of put into my game. But mostly just doing what I did in college and kind of taking pride of the things that I do, like, rebounding, playing defense, little stuff, obviously, scoring in a post and stuff like that. But for myself, obviously, it's still, like, very early days, kind of seeing, like, what's going to be my role, obviously. But for myself, I just do that, every single day, just bringing that winning mentality, just working hard and, just being impactful. And I think no matter, how many minutes are we talking about? But whenever I'm on the floor, I want to have an impact defensively and offensively as well.
And for fans who maybe have never seen you play, what would you say to them in terms of what you bring in terms of a skill set and what they should prepare to see when they see you step on the court?
Definitely just kind of, versatility of, just being able to be in the post and just kind of being away from the basketball, just being on the wing, just shooting threes, driving, and also just, do the post moves and all of that. So kind of bringing that versatility on the court offensively and defensively, just, being that disruptive defender in the post, wherever, switches or anything, but just having that kind of winning nature, that passion that I bring on the court. I always took pride in that. That's how I love to play basketball. But, just doing a little bit of everything. I think that's the fun part of basketball, and that's what I'm going to bring.
Dorka, you've had the opportunity to play in a lot of different systems and in Europe, Ohio State, and UConn. How does that sort of diversity of styles of play and places you've gotten to play help in your preparation for playing in the WNBA? Yeah,
it definitely helped a lot. You talked about a different system, but also different coaching. I have so many different ways of coaching, that I think helped a lot for me to kind of being, ready for whoever is my coach. And, just obviously coming from UConn, there's a lot of similarities in the system by the coaching style and everything. So it was definitely fun, and just getting adjusted to it was maybe a little bit easier than maybe, would have been just coming straight from Europe. But yeah, just different systems, different mentalities on defense, on offense. Seen a lot of stuff, learned a lot, still learning. Obviously, coming from college to the WNBA, you still have to adjust and learn a lot. So I'm always all ears, trying to soak up every single thing that obviously coach says or even my teammates, the leaders say, because on the end of the day, it's different. There's things that I already know, but there's still so much more to learn, and that's the fun part of it. Just learning every single day and being able to accept that, hey, maybe I was wrong here, and just kind of how can I correct that. And they're doing a great job. I mean, obviously I have an amazing coaching staff that always tell me if I did something wrong and how I can make it better. So that's awesome, and that they pay attention to that, because as a rookie, it's everything is new, and like you don't want to mess up, you don't want to just be kind of in a way. But I think I had a great 2 weeks, and I learned a lot, and I had amazing leaders around me that always got my back and helped me.
And I know something in the draft process and in the offseason, something you have been asked about is your ability to shoot the three ball. If that's something you could add to your game. Saw you make what I think was the first shot of the game on Friday. How do you feel shooting from deep, and like where do you think your 3-point jump shot stands right now?
I feel very comfortable. I think I put a lot of work in, and I think about it as like being back in Europe. That was kind of, I played mostly as a 3 and 4 in Europe, and obviously after that I grew a lot. Just kind of come to America. Obviously I was the tallest, to kind of learn the post skills. I never really was taught how to be a post player necessarily, so that's something I was, obviously a little bit self-taught from a coaching staff these past 5 years. But with my three-point shot, that's something that I put a lot of work in. I enjoy shooting threes, and, I just feel very confident right now where I am because, when you put that work in, and obviously the first preseason game, my first shot, I wasn't even thinking about it. I knew it's going to go in. I'm going to let it fly, and it went in. And it's good to have, obviously, a coaching staff that lets you do it, that they see how much, work you put in, and then they let you do that. So that's definitely awesome. But still want to be a more consistent shooter that, at any time I can knock that shot down. So that's what I'm working on.
And with the retirement of Sylvia Fowles, there's obviously a need for post play with this team. Syl being a legend and another legend who played post for this team, one of your coaches, Rebecca Brunson. How has have you put any pressure on yourself for that, or is that something that you've been able to obviously not come in and be your own player, but what has sort of that experience been like, and some of the conversations around that been like with your coaching staff?
I wouldn't say putting a lot of pressure on me, but definitely want to see myself more in that position. I felt like in my first preseason game, I didn't necessarily have many opportunities, or didn't put myself into enough opportunities to be around the rim and kind of just do the post moves and stuff like that, and that's definitely a part of my game. I think taking that away would be obviously not very beneficial for me and for my team as well. And I enjoy doing it, so that's something that I still have to get adjusted. Obviously, the physicality, the WNBA is different than from college, so kind of working on with obviously the coaches. Where I can get the ball post down low and just go one-on-one. Or when can I be outside, kind of be on the wing, and when can we have some, switches or something where that's more beneficial to the team. But definitely, I think that's something I want to personally keep working on, because those are definitely, those paint touches are very, very important, for the team. And I definitely want to take some type of responsibility in that and just work on that. But still getting adjusted to it. But, I know I have the support of the coaching staff, so just gonna keep working on it and find those situations.
Last question, we're gonna go to Zoom. Maggie Hendricks with Bally Sports.
Hi, Dorka. I'm wondering what role Nafisa has had in helping kind of welcome you in and bring you into the pro level.
Yes, I mean, I was super excited whenever I got drafted, knowing that Nafisa is here. And when you're in college, I was obviously watching a lot of WNBA games and the Lynx as well, and just seeing how successful she was, that was very, very excited for me. And my freshman year, I actually played against her when I was at Ohio State. One of my first ever college games. We went to UConn. Probably lost by 30, but just having to guard her in there, I was like, oh my God, she's an All-American, she's an amazing player. And then obviously seeing her, how she was so successful these past years, but also now that I'm actually her teammate, she was so welcoming. Whatever I needed, she said, just go to her. But also in drills, kind of talking about basketball more, specifically hey, how do you want to guard this? And, because she knows how different, some things are different at UConn. So she was able to help me, adjust to those or learn different, defensive schemes or something. But it's definitely awesome to have her, as kind of a mentor, a leader, and just, sharing a lot of UConn stories as well. But that's going to, keep going, as we build our relationship as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.